The magic of the 9 o'clock gate. In the cozy house at the end of the lane lived a boy named Milo. Milo had a room full of wonders, wooden blocks that reached the ceiling and a cape that turned him into a hero. But as the moon rose high, Milo didn't want the day to end. He wanted to keep building, keep jumping, and keep playing until the stars grew tired. The hallway clock let out a soft tick-tock. Milo's mother knocked gently on the door. 5 minutes to 9, Milo, she said softly. It is time to put the blocks away and find your pajamas. But Milo shook his head and crossed his arms. I am not tired yet, he insisted. The night is just getting started. Suddenly, a shimmering spark danced across the windowsill. It wasn't a firefly, and it wasn't a flashlight. It was a tiny figure made of soft, silvery starlight. This was Astra, the keeper of the evening hour. She sat on the ledge, her wings fluttering like the pages of an old book. Milo, Astra whispered, her voice sounding like wind chimes. You must hurry. The Golden Gate only stays open until the clock strikes 9. If you don't pass through it in your sleep, you'll miss the greatest show in the sky. She held out a tiny, glowing pocket watch for him to see. Milo looked at the watch. The golden hand was moving closer and closer to the top. What happens at 9? He asked. Astra held up a shimmering lantern. At 9 o'clock, the world of sleep opens its doors. It is the only time the dream train arrives to take children to the land of tomorrow. Milo looked out his window. The village was growing quiet. The streetlights were dimming, and the birds had stopped their singing. He realized that everyone else was getting ready for the big event. He didn't want to be the only one left behind in the dark, noisy world of Still Awake. Astra pointed a silver finger toward the clouds. Look, she cried. High above the trees, a train made of soft white mist and silver whistles began to descend. It didn't move on tracks. It floated on the cool night air, trailing a path of sparkling dust behind it. The dream train is how you get your energy for tomorrow, Astra explained as she fluttered down to Milo's bedside. If you board the train at 9, you get the best seats. You get to see the chocolate mountains and the ocean of stories. But most importantly, you wake up with enough power to run faster than a race car. Milo didn't want to miss the chocolate mountains. He quickly scrambled into his bed and pulled his heavy, warm quilt right up to his chin. He closed his eyes tight, just as the clock began to chime. 1, 2, 3. By the 9th chime, Milo was fast asleep, drifting right onto the soft velvet seats of the dream train. When the sun peeked through the curtains the next morning, Milo didn't feel groggy or grumpy. He felt like a superhero. He jumped out of bed with a giant leap, ready for a new day of building and playing. He looked at the clock. It was early, and he had all the time in the world because he had caught the 9 o'clock train.